Hi, I'm Kaylee Oimby, and I'm doing my speech over Gene Sharp. How could one American man influence people across the nation to Eastern Europe and to Asia? Well, Gene Sharp influenced all different people from all different countries. He founded the Albert Einstein Institution in 1983, which is committed to reducing the violence in the political world all around the world, especially during the hard times of wars in the Middle East right now, and the battles going on all around the world with different countries that have been dragging on. I find Gene Sharp's ideas sort of interesting. Sharp has written many books on his many ideas, and many people have realized this and read them, took this advice and put it to use. Even some small countries have, and have defeated other countries without any violence at all or force, but just simply from working together. He suggests we research, strategically plan, and come together as citizens of a territory, because we have a major problem that we should reevaluate. Gene Sharp founded the Albert Einstein Institution. The Albert Einstein Institution promoted research, created policy studies, and it also promotes education about nonviolent action. The research that the Albert Einstein Institution promotes helps governments in the ways that they have dealt with complicated situations and looks at what they've done in the past. And it also helps to figure out what we should do in the future. What would be best to do in the future, and brainstorm better ways of how to do it. The research can also be used to further your knowledge on government and come up with new ways to even govern or deal with other nations. The Albert Einstein Institution also creates policy studies. These policy studies are the things to study and analyze each way of solving problems in government. It's one of the most important things to achieve when trying to promote nonviolent things. Politics all around, they don't seem very violent, but when countries go against other countries, they tend to get violent or start wars or battles over things that we could solve without hurting people or without killing people. With all this research and the policy studies that we've studied and created, we could maybe make a difference in the world. The Albert Einstein Institution also promotes education. This education is important in any accomplishment because you have to understand the program or research. This education also allows others to understand that aren't inside the institution itself, but outside and want to know more. When you know the background, you can decide how you go about changing it, or if you want to change what parts of it, or if you don't want to change the other parts. Their education also allows others to solve political problems, or sees if anyone else could solve those political problems and how to do it. Gene Sharp's most important idea, however, was to solve our political problems with a pragmatic, strategically planned, nonviolent struggle. His ideas promoted democracy, but it did not promote genocide and it did not promote dictatorships. Democracy is giving people the choice and the basic freedoms they deserve. In democracy, most everyone can do what they want, or feel that they could do what they want, and have the majority vote has the final say, and that's a civil way of deciding that everyone has a vote, and deciding that everyone's vote counts the same as everyone else's. This equal rights has been around for many, many years, but most countries still don't have it. With democracy, there's hardly ever a chance of the country turning against its government. Since everyone has a say in its government and gets to pick its government, people can't really say they hated what they picked, because it would be going against their own word. Sharp does not believe in genocide. Sharp believed, along with many others, that killing someone or the entire group of people was not the way to go about things, no matter what situation it is. So killing off a whole entire tribe or group of people like the Jews did, and it's not a good idea, and they should not. That's not the way that we should solve political problems. Dictatorships should not be allowed either. Democracy is definitely the way to go. Having just one ruler rule an entire nation or country, no matter how small or big that nation is, doesn't seem very fair. For one person to decide everything for millions of people, or even just thousands of people, everyone should get a say in their own life, and including the country they live in. They are a part of it, and they do help the nation out by being a part of it. Also, with dictatorships, there's always going to be plots to overthrow the ruler or more assassinations of rulers that the common people do not like. It's easier to get power hungry in a dictatorship rather than in a democracy with checks and balances. Nonviolent struggles. They work best when everyone comes together, not just a few people. The phrase "one person can make a difference" is heard often, but think about a whole group of people. That could really change the world. It could make a huge difference. Sharp believed that if many people spoke out against violence, it would soon diminish. Nonviolence is more likely to work if everyone on one side would pull together, and there would be a greater chance for the other side to be convinced. It's hard to convince a lot of people with just one person. Gene Sharp did do this, however, with his books, and he had many people behind him, but he was the majority leader that really spoke out and said stuff and started this whole nonviolent struggle. But think if the whole nation came together. Just like when a petition is written, one signature won't be allowed. It's not going to do anything. Otherwise, everyone could change everything and nothing would work. However, if many voices will sign the petition, if one idea was backed up by many, it would be more powerful. I mean, think about it. You have a tennis team against a football team. I think the football team would win against the one-person tennis team. So, convincing violent people or countries to solve the problem without force, it could take many minds and many voices and many people. To convince a whole country of nonviolent ideas, a group of people must be convinced first. Starts out little, add more people, keep adding, and you have a whole nation sooner or another. Many people brainstorming also on one situation can lead more ideas and more efficient ideas. Just one person thinking of the whole game plan doesn't always work, but more people pitch in their ideas and pitch in more ideas, you're bound to have some good ideas. Today, few smaller countries are taking Gene Sharp's advice about nonviolent actions to solve their political problems. His books are full of ideas about changing the world and the way the world fights its battles. His institution is growing to make a difference and achieve its goals. Dr. Sharp has many ideas that seem very sensible and achievable, but only if we all pulled together as a nation. To imagine the world we could have if every country used his words and worked together, and if every person of every country came together. To see the third world countries communicating with the more advanced countries and work well together. To imagine this understands the goals and ideas Dr. Sharp has fought for. I mean, think about it. If America got along with Afghanistan about oil and other things, maybe we wouldn't be as far down in this war as we are now. Or maybe if we let everyone have their freedom and equality for all, it would be a lot equal and no one would fight about it very much. But coming together and working together and having a nonviolent struggle, it's a great idea. No one will get hurt.